Hey everyone, that Manga Kid here to do my February manga haul. I got a lot more than I thought I was gonna get this month. Um, yeah, just get right into it. I did pick up one anime film series, Marduk Scramble, the trilogy. This is the DVD release. Um, I got it used. I've wanted to see these movies since they came out a few years ago, and now I finally got the chance. This has both the director's cut and the theatrical release on it on 3 discs. Uh, it was pretty good. It's like a sci-fi thriller-ish kind of thing. I watched the director's cut, which has all of the extended scenes and the nudity and sex scenes in it, whereas the theatrical version does not have any of that stuff. Um, I just Googled what the differences between the two were. After I watched the theatrical version, I figured it was that after I watched the director's cut, I figured it was that the theatrical version didn't have all the nudity in it. Um, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And yeah. Next, I was just continuing a lot of series, picking up volumes I was missing of things, getting the new volumes that came out. So first, I got Bloom Into You Volume 2. I already owned Volumes 1 and 3, so I was missing Volume 2, so I picked that up. And then I also got Volume 4, which just came out. Really, really nice covers. I love the art, and I love how on the inside it always shows you the whole thing because it's like a wraparound picture. Um, yeah, so Bloom and Chew is a really cute Yuri series. Quite enjoying it so far. Um, then I picked up kind of continuation Orange Future. This is the single volume. From what I understand, it is from Sua's perspective of like everything that happened in Orange. Cover is gorgeous. I don't know how good this is going to be. I kind of started it already, but um, I figured I might as well own it since I own Orange and I enjoyed it. Then, also kind of a continuation, I Hear the Sunspot Theory of Happiness. This is released by One Piece Books, and it's just not a volume 2, but like a part 2 of I Hear the Sunspot, which is a shonen ai boys love kind of series about this boy who is partially deaf and this hyperactive boy who befriends him and then obviously becomes a more than friends kind of relationship. Really, really sweet. Loved this volume. It's super big too, like it's much thicker than the first one. There is a part 3, but I don't think, as far as I understand, it is not done being released in Japan yet. So it probably will be a while before we get it here, if we get it here. But this is a really good part 2. Then I got volume 2 of Arakawa Under the Bridge. These are 2-in-1 omnibuses, and this one is much thicker than the first one, thankfully, because the first one was quite thin for a 2-in-1. But this one is a bit thicker, and just hilarity. Haven't gotten through this whole one yet. I just kind of started it, but I love Arakawa Under the Bridge. It is so funny. The humor is um, you have to be into like zany, wacky characters in order to appreciate this humor. If that's not your thing, then I wouldn't suggest picking this up. But if you love just ridiculous hijinks with the most ridiculous characters possible, definitely check out Arakawa Under the Bridge. Next, I picked up volume 3 of Welcome to the Ballroom. I haven't even started reading this yet. I did watch most of the anime series, I think, but I'm just picking this up when the volumes go cheap, and I know I will enjoy it and I know I'll read it one day, but I haven't started reading it yet, so I own the first 3 now. Next, something I'm super excited about, I picked up the second omnibus of I Am a Hero, the zombie apocalypse manga released by Dark Horse. Yeah, I finally finished reading volume 1. Really, really enjoyed it, so I wanted to grab this one, and then I also got volume 4 because it was cheaper currently on chapters, so I grabbed this one as well. So I'm missing the third omnibus, unfortunately, but I will get it when the price goes down a little bit. Next, just continuing, I'm moving backwards because I own volume 10 of Strobe Edge, and then I just bought volumes 9 and 8, and those are the only 3 that I own. This is as far as I can tell, it's going to be a generic Shoujo series. It's a not old, but older Shoujo Beat title. It's a couple years old at least. By the same author who created Alhara Ride or Blue Spring Ride, which unfortunately is not released in English here in physical format. So I figured I might as well get the next best thing and get something else that she has written because I really, really liked Blue Spring Ride. So I'm looking forward to reading this when I actually get the rest of the volumes. But for now, I own only the last 3. Another shoujo super happy about, volumes 3 and 4 of Waiting for Spring. This is a Kodansha release, and I have been waiting for volume 3 to go down in price since before it was released because I was going to pre-order it and then it didn't go down in price. So I didn't get to, and now I'm almost done reading it. I was just reading it just now, actually. But yeah, super stoked to have this. I love this. It's so cute. The characters are gorgeous. Everything, I just love it. It's fluffy, it's cute. It's what I need a romance to be. Another shoujo, Special A. This is an older Shoujo Beat title. This is volume 13. I'm missing, I think I still need 5 volumes in total. All random volumes. There's 17 volumes in total, and I'm missing a few of them here and there. So once I get the whole thing, I will reread this because I have read this in the past, and I've watched the anime, really love it, but don't own all of it yet. And then finally, volume 5 of Monster came. They lost it and then had to find it and took like a month, but finally it came like 2 days ago. So yeah, super stoked. Now I have all of Monster, so that's great. Next, the new series that I started collecting. I have a couple. I've wanted to collect this for a while, but they're very expensive in Canada, so I just haven't gotten around to it. But I picked up volume 4 of Princess Jellyfish. I did see the anime for this. I really loved it. I've wanted to read the manga since it started releasing here. This is volume 5. But again, very expensive. Wasn't high on the priority list because I knew it wasn't going to go out of print or anything. So unfortunately, I can't read it yet because I only own 3 volumes, 4, 5, and 7. But eventually I will have all of them and I can read them. Super excited to have at least a couple now, and I've finally just taken the plunge and started collecting it, so that's a good sign. But there's 9 in total, so still need 6 more. Another series, another shoujo, Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight, Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is a Kodansha release in the larger form factor size, which I'm a little annoyed about because it doesn't need to be that size. They're just releasing them in this size to get more money. I don't know, it just bothers me because this doesn't need to be this big. It could be a regular size volume and be perfectly fine. But anyway, this is so funny. I really, really enjoyed this. I will definitely be making a first impressions video on this, so look out for that. This was so much fun. I can't wait to get the next one. I'm just waiting for the price to go down. But yeah, so funny. Definitely will be making a video about this. Really, really enjoyed it. And then I picked up another new series to me, and I got the whole series because I figured, why the hell not? This is Mysterious Girlfriend X. This is a vertical release. This is their smaller form size. So if you've seen like the Flowers of Evil or Devil's Line, Ajin, those kind of things, that's what this size is. But these are 2-in-1 omnibuses of it. So Mysterious Girlfriend X is kind of a slightly erotic romance school life thing about this boy here who starts dating this mysterious girl in his class. Kodansha had the first chapter on their website, so I read it, and this is one I've had my eye on for a long time, but the premise is that these two are connected through her drool, and they share drool or whatever, and kind of grossed me out, so I'd been putting off getting it, but once I read the first chapter, I realized it wasn't going to be something that was going to gross me out. Saliva grosses me out. That's just a thing about me that you just learned. Um, so I figured like I wouldn't be able to handle this story, but I really love the characters, and I really am a fan of this kind of like youth. Um, I don't know, like there's like a sexual undertone to it that's about like discovering your sexuality kind of thing. That like the Flowers of Evil has as well. Um, that I really really enjoy. So I knew I was gonna like it. I read the first omnibus already. There's six in total, so there's 12 volumes in total, but they're two in one omnibuses, so there's six of these. Um, really glad to have it. I think I'm gonna really really enjoy it based on what I've read so far. It's one I've had my eye on for such a long time, and I finally just decided to try it out, and I'm really glad I did. And hopefully the rest of the series is really good as well. Um, but yeah, I'm super stoked to own it. I really trust a Vertical, honestly. I haven't come across a Vertical title that I've not liked. I really, really enjoy the stuff that they release. So anyway, that is everything I got for the month of February, a little more than I was expecting. But yeah, if you've read any of these things and want to chat about them in the comments, definitely let me know. And thanks for watching. See ya.